The story you are about to hear is true.
I feel the need to get this off my chest because the consequences could have been huge if caught, and I'm so relieved I never was. I truly count my blessing when I think of this because my life could have been ruined, and I look back and wish I could tell myself I was being a dumbass. I was employed for a very well-known hotel chain. This hotel offers complimentary breakfast coupons with some room packages. When I got hired, the servers had a practice of using these coupons to pocket cash payments. How this works is, someone leaves a coupon on the table with their cash tip and leaves without asking for a receipt. When someone else pays for their meal with cash, we use the extra coupon to comp the meal and pocket the cash. The servers taught us this, and the manager at the time turned the other cheek, as this was a way for us to pocket an extra $10.50 on average. We would have very slow summer seasons, so this would help. Everyone knew about it but didn't say anything. Great. I wanted to move up to night bartending as breakfast hours no longer worked with my schedule. The night bartender had been there for years, so there was never going to be a position opening. I moved to a different location within the hotel chain to bartend. This was the only place that worked with my new schedule and would hire a fresh bartender with zero experience other than bartending school. I worked by myself, and it was quickly clear to me that the managers did not give a shit about this bar. It was an amazing location and had great potential, but the money was complete ass. They didn't advertise and used radio music for starters. To make matters worse, I had to pay $80 a month for parking. Since I'm working by myself, it was easy to ring up a tab to see the amount due, but cancel it without submitting, and keep the cash payments. No one around to tell on me except the cameras that were thankfully never on. There were 2 separate bar locations, and we had to tip full. At first this was no problem because the other bar was making just as much as me. However, my bar was a special location people came to for an experience. I wouldn't go into detail as to not out myself, but over time I would have some nights where I was getting slammed. I would finish the night with $200 or so in tips, only to find out that the other bar only made $20. That is $90 lost in one night. This became a regular thing. At first, I started pocketing enough cash to pay for parking, but this wasn't enough anymore. I was making way less money than my previous location, and getting screwed every night, so I slowly started taking more and more. In the end, I would leave with anywhere from $20 to $200 in stolen cash a night. I worked a few nights a week for a few years. I did have a lot of anxiety and talked myself into stopping several times, but it really became addicting. I would stop for a few weeks, and then some nights would be so slow I wouldn't make it to even cover parking. They extended my hours working, and I worked doubles between there and my morning job. I told myself if I was going to be a zombie and get no sleep, I would make it worth it. I had caught the other bartender doing the same thing, so I justified to myself that if they were going to make extra money on top of my money, I would make extra money too. I finally quit because I was stressed out about getting caught, but I would feel defeated when I would work my ass off just to give the other guy $100 of my hard-earned chips, or not make enough to even pay for parking. I wanted to work a job where I could make money without doing something incredibly illegal. I'm proud of myself for getting out of that situation, but holy shit, I can't believe the amount of trouble I could have gotten myself into. I did the math for average amount taken, and the number of nights I worked a week, it comes out to about $7,700 per year. I'm a piece of shit, I know. Part of me snickers that I stuck it to the man without getting caught. The other part of me wants to go back in time and slap me silly for doing something so dangerous when I could have switched both of my jobs long ago. I have a habit of staying where I'm comfortable and not leaving a workplace even if it's bad for me. Have learned my lesson, and I'm glad it wasn't the hard way.